If anything goes wrong or you go to court, and if you have filed a matter as a non-qualified person, it will be thrown out. So the client loses.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so you first year you've talked about your roommate who's now a magistrate.
No, a judge.
A judge, sorry.
Yeah. Justice Aburiri.
So how is the first year of law for you? How is the first year of school? You're getting your boom. You have all these things. You have freedom.
Yes, I had freedom.
And money.
But then remember, I had set myself early in life to be focused. So my mom is not close to me now. She's in Nyeri, I'm in Nairobi. In Nairobi, we call it the city in the lights, with the lights. So I decided to again focus on what brought me to Nairobi and the university. So for me, there were no diversions. In fact, some of my classmates actually told me, how come I don't remember you in campus?
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Which year were you? But I was there that time. How come I didn't see you? So I really focused. My life was the library and the halls of residence and church activities.
St. Paul's?
Yeah, St. Paul's was my chapel. Yeah.
Wow. So your version of hard work was the same as it's been throughout your whole story?
I just continued in the same trajectory.
Okay.
Yeah, because I knew it's not done until it's done. Because until I get that law degree, I mean, the job is not yet done. And
you said, I'm getting this law degree in 3 years.
Yes, and I have to do it strong also. I mean, I got an upper second in law. So I missed the first class, but that was okay. I got an upper second.
A very testimony, yeah? Did you do, what do you call it when you do internship as a lawyer?
Pupilage.
Pupilage, yes.
Yeah, that's another interesting story.
Or have I skipped anything in this way before even?
No. So I think once a villager, always a villager.
You can get the girl out of the village, but you
can't get the village out of the girl. So we had two sessions. So when you finish second year, you do what is called the clinicals program. Yes. Clinicals program means you go and sit in court with a magistrate.
Whoa. And
learn practically how the court operates. So you'd go to whatever court is near you or convenient to you. Sit beside the magistrate. You see how they treat the suspects, the civil cases, how they write judgments.
And that happens still today?
Yeah. It's still part of the program.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, what are you studying? Are you commercial law? Are you doing?
No, at that point there is no distinction.
You do
kijumla, everything.
Oh, okay.
There's no distinction at that time.
Okay.
So, can you guess why I decided to do my clinicals?
Don't tell me Nyeri.
No. I went to Murang'a.
Same difference.
Why I went to Murang'a is my sister is married there.
Yes.
And my brother was also living there.
Okay.
After he qualified in KU, he started teaching in Murang'a. So they settled there with the family.
Okay.
So, and initially he was working in Murang'a High School. So he settled there.
Yes.
So I went there and I did my clinicals there.
How long is that?
It's usually, I think, 3 months. I can't recall very well, but I think it was about a 3 months experience, practical experience. So,
and are you enjoying?
I enjoyed because the magistrate also I was working under his internship was very good.
Okay.
At some point, he allowed me to actually write a judgment, a real one. Because he told me, Wangari, andika hiyo. So me, I'm just thinking it's for practice. Then we go to court and he read the judgment handwritten. So I'm like, my goodness. Wow. And I think I had convicted the guy.
But did you convict on the basis of anything? Or
No, the evidence.
The evidence, yes.
The evidence.
Okay.
I was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that went very well, and I learned a lot. I enjoyed, the different aspects, because you get exposed to everything: criminal law, traffic law. You get exposed to civil succession, because that time the courts used to do everything. It's not like now when they are divided into land, the environment and land court, the family court.
Okay.
That time the court was just one, and they used to do everything. So the exposure was very good. Now, then the second one was now after third year. That is now the pupilage you are talking about.
Okay.
Now this one, now you go to a qualified practitioner and learn the basics of practice of law.
And now at this time you can specialize.
This is now part of the School of Law program. You have now graduated with a degree in law. Remember, I graduated in 1990.
Yes. But you're not yet past the bar.
But you are not yet admitted to the bar, but you have the degree. So for you to be admitted, you have to do the pupilage and attend the School of Law classes.
Not in Karen.
That time, we were on Valley Road. Do you know Sitam? Sitam on Valley Road?
Yes.
The School of Law was right opposite.
Opposite, yes. It's now AEA building.
Yes, something.
Yes,
so that was where the School of Law was.
LSK is there, if I'm not wrong.
And admission was direct.
Oh, for real?
I did not have to do exams. I did not have to apply. You have qualified. You have got your degree. Report on this date to the School of Law. You have a bed. You have food. You have everything. No payment. It was free. So I did now 6 months. So 6 months was the academic tutorials, and then 6 months was pupilage with a lawyer.
Okay.
So again, I went back to Moranga for pupilage. That's why I did my pupilage.
And is this one now specialized?
No, it's now you sit in a practicing law firm.
But is that law firm that you're sitting in a specialized
They could be doing anything.
Or they could be doing anything.
So you choose where you want to go.
Okay.
So I went to the law firm and they were doing everything. Land cases, criminal cases, litigation, everything. And I got a lot of teaching. Now, in addition to what I had learned in the court.
Okay.
Now, this firm also had an office in Nairobi, in Moranga and Nairobi, 2 partners, one in Nairobi, one in Moranga. So when I was about to finish pupilage, they needed me to come to Nairobi. And so I came to Nairobi. And when I was in the law firm, my principal was told by his friend, who is another law firm, we need a young lawyer. Do you know any? And he proposed me for employment because I was just finishing. That's how I got my first job. As in a private practice firm. So I went to that firm and I worked there for, I think, 5 years, from 91 to 96.
Okay, slowly. Now, tunaingia rife. So, university, I understand it. It's like, it just sounds like your head was buried and you were about to get in this degree.
Yes.
No delays from strikes and riots. And
we were also lucky because we never suffered a strike during our time.
Okay.
Probably because of the NYS training and discipline. I think Moi got it right.
It aligned you. It was like, I don't want to repeat.
Yeah.
And number 2, I have, there's a good friend of mine, Charles Riga, a musician now, but he was a lawyer. But when I went to visit him, we were at Parklands.
Yes.
So, but in your time, you're not at Parklands. I've heard you say you are...
No, we did the main campus for 2 years. In the middle of second year, we were transferred to Parklands campus. So the later part, I was in Parklands campus.
Okay.
Yes.
That's where now, in fact, a lot of that's a law campus now.
Yeah, because it moved in 1989 when we were in second year. So we were the first lot to go to Parklands when we were in second year.
Okay.
Yes. And after that, now everyone used to go there for the law program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, so okay, you graduate. I've got this. You graduate, and then now you do your Kenya School of Law.
Yes.
6 months, more or less theory, and then now 6 months pupilage.
Yes.
Then now you get admitted to the bar.
Yes.
So you officially become a lawyer.
A lawyer.
And
yes.
what year was this?
I was admitted end of 1991, October, by Justice Hancock's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that Mzungu?
Yeah. The CJ that time was a Mzungu,
Okay.
Justice Hancock's.
And this means you got the permission to go and
practice. Yeah. So at that time now you can practice law, you can work, you can go to the magistracy, you can go to the, in the judiciary, you can go to the AGs. So different people went different directions.
I get it.
So me, I went into private practice. Some went to international organizations. Some opted to do their masters immediately and went abroad, some here. So some went to academics. So you choose what you want.
This is so powerful on what you're saying. I want to show you the power of you educating us. So the other day there was on the news, there was a lawyer who had been trying to act like a lawyer, but he wasn't a lawyer.
Yes.
So what it means is that he could have had the theory, but not had
the practical,
the admission into the bar.
Yes.
Or the LSK license.
Yeah, that is true, because what those programs are supposed to do to you is to actually show you the practical side of the academic you have been doing in college. Because, we have lessons in land law, we have a lesson in commercial law, constitutional law, marriage law, and all that. We also have tort. This is where claims of negligence and all that fall. I did banking law myself in third year. But, to see that in actual, practical operation, you need to sit in court, because that's where part of the game is.
Yes.
But also sit in a law firm so that you can also understand the discipline that goes with a private practice. This is where you learn how important it is to attend to your clients' matters and go to court on time. You understand what it means for you not to be there, not to attend or to come in late. But it's also supposed to help you to network within the profession. You see, you meet the senior lawyers, you meet your peers, you meet your juniors, and that is also very healthy for you as a professional. So you will not be allowed to practice until you get into that discipline. And that is why they do that program under the School of Law.
Okay.
The practice of it, because it's not easy, and the discipline that comes with it.
Okay. So you then get, when you're in Moranga, the opportunity you're called to Nairobi.
Yes.
And that's where you officially begin. What's the name of the company?
Moragori and Company.
Moragori and
Moragori. There were two brothers.
In
1990, it was 1991.
1991.
Yes.
And what is your position called at that time?
I'm a pupil.
That's what they call it, huh?
Yeah, pupil.
Okay, now here by the
because I'm doing pupilage, so I'm a pupil.
But
to the customers, wakili. Because at that point, the customers don't differentiate between the wakili, wakili mkubwa, na wakili mdogo. So, but I'm basically a pupil.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask some very layman questions as we are going now, just so that I can get a proper understanding. It's like what I was talking about, company secretary. People have no idea how senior of a position that is.
Yes.
Because we are used to secretary.
Yes.
And it's not to demean a secretary. It's just to say there's lack of understanding.
It's the understanding of the role.
Yes. So now you start. What is your role and what are you doing at this company?
As a pupil?
Yes, as a pupil.
Now, basically a pupil, because you are not fully a lawyer, I cannot appear in court in my own capacity.
But you've passed the bar.
No. I will be admitted after I do the pupilage.
Oh, okay, yes, okay, I understood.
This comes before admission.
Okay, yes,
so I cannot stand to represent a client in court. So usually I will help my senior, my pupil master, with the research. Depending on the magnitude of the case, I will meet clients, especially the ones who are not very complicated, draft the pleadings, But, he'll still have to review them.
Yes.
Because I'm still learning. Sometimes you'll be sent to court to go check the status of this matter. When was it last in court? What was the orders made? Can you apply for the judgment? Can you do this? So that is what you do. So it's research and...
And are you being paid?
It depends on where you do your pupilage.
It's now the decision is on the law firm.
That is a law firm policy.
Okay.
Some of them pay, some of them do not pay.
Okay. But the government now has released you. Umemaliza after
Yeah.
So even for Kenya School of Law, the government is not part of your
No, because now you are done with your... But this program is part of School of Law program.
Yes. Oh,
but
yes.
now these people master will need to give a certificate and say, Mary worked under my pupilage or my tutorship for 6 months. And she has passed the test of integrity and all that. So the pupil master has to confirm you have gone through the system.
I get.
And on the basis of that, together with your results on the academic side, you now are ready for admission.
To the bar.
Your name is now passed to the CJ for the admission.
Wow.
So for me, I got admitted in October 1991.
A question: how can I know if a lawyer is fake? What are the things that, for example, if I call a lawyer, you see, I'm a layman.
Yes.
What do I need to ask them that shows that they are certified by the government of Kenya to practice law? Beyond them just having the knowledge. You see, they come with the knowledge and me, I'm like, wow, I don't have this information and knowledge.
Yeah.
So what does the common mwananchi need to ask so that to prevent themselves being conned?
It's very simple. Because, knowledge is here. And that one, I think a lot of us have.
Yes.
And you can tell from a conversation. Sometimes you may not tell actually from a conversation if a lawyer is good for you. Because also different lawyers are good in different things.
Yes.
They are very good, some very good. If I have a marriage law case, I know the person I'll send somebody to.
Yep.
If it's a commercial, it probably will be somebody else.
Specialization.
If it's a traffic-related case, accident or what, there are some specialized firms for that. But the simple way to check, go to the LSK website, because these days it's fully updated. As of today, if you check my name, the website will tell you she's an active member.
Yes.
Meaning I'm duly licensed.
And you have an
to
LSK
practice
number.
Law. And I have an LSK number. So having an LSK number is not important because it's one of the important things because you get that when you get admitted. And now you become a member of the LSK automatically. But the second thing is there's an annual license that a lawyer needs to have.
Annual.
And you only get that if you have been admitted. So the LSK website will tell you, Richard, number this is active. Meaning you are fully licensed to date. If you are not fully licensed to date, it will show there inactive. So it's very easy to verify.
You've just saved people a lot.
Yeah, you verify. So go to the LSK website and type in the name. It will show you the status.
Okay.
So that will cut out a lot of the non-qualified people.
I get it.
Because, sometimes you also get clerks masquerading as law. Because in practice, they know how the practice works. But they are not qualified. And you cannot hold them to account.
And you can lose a case on that basis.
If anything goes wrong or you go to court, and if you have filed a matter as a non-qualified person, it will be thrown out. So the client loses. So it's good to verify.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is so powerful what you're saying. Okay.
Yes.
So you finish pupilage, you get admitted to the bar now.
Yes.
Then now you begin your first job.
Yes.
Let's take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we now enter money.
All right.
Woo!